Alright, spring it back. Nothing special today, just an update. Lots of different things going on. First time ever, I'm in the carport using it for what it's intended. Just doing a service on a car, which is nice because it actually hammered it down with rain earlier. But yeah, so nice to have a shelter to work on cars. Anyway, I'll show you what I've been up to, all sorts of bits on all sorts of different things. So, see you in a minute. Right, firstly, good old carport. The other day, or the other few days, it just rained and rained and rained and rained forever. And it was like 40, 50 mile an hour winds or gusts. And I had two little drips coming down the wall inside here, which is where let me show the other end, the flashing on the wall above the carport, the sealant had obviously shrunk since the summer when it was done, and it was letting water in just behind the flashing. So what I've done, just see the end of it, it ain't pretty, but I've just major sealed it. This morning and last night it rained and rained and rained and rained, and we've got no drippage. Now you might ask why I've done that and not rung up the roofers that put the roof on in the summer. That's because about a week after they put the roof on, I had about 17 leaks down here, and I rung them up, and obviously he come straight out and he resealed it all the way along the brickwork. And to be honest, ever since I've had no issues. But I'm guessing the sealer they use, once it's hardened and shrunk, you can get gaps. So anyway, I've done it myself. It ain't pretty, but it ain't leaking now. So that was that. Tracy's car, the i30, I've just done a service on it and some bits and pieces. I've done oil filter, air filter. Haven't done a fuel filter because I did that 12,000 miles ago, and I change it every 20,000 miles. The service, I'll do the oil and I'll do just the oil every 5,000. I'll do the oil filter and air filter every 10,000. I've had this I think 5 years, and this is like its 10th service I've done on it. I've also put some new wiper blades on it because I noticed they were squeaking and not great. And what else have I done? Topped up the antifreeze coolant, not that it was low, I've just got it so it's on the max. I actually changed all the coolant 2 years ago when I did a new radiator and everything on the front. Tracy actually hit a fox on Christmas Eve a couple of years ago, and it just destroyed the whole front of the car. All of this front of this car is collapsible nothingness, and then the structure is here. So I actually replaced all of this, including the rad and the aircon condenser. I managed to buy all the parts online and then get my mate to respray the bumper. Didn't do any structural damage, it just mashed all of the front that's supposed to mash if you're in an accident. So yeah, I put new coolant in it. It's probably 2 years ago, but it's probably due for a change now. So that's that. And brakes I've changed. When I bought it, I did complete new brakes, discs all around, handbrake shoes that are inside the rear top hat discs, pads, fluid, everything. And then 2 years later I completely changed them all again. When it's Tracy's car or Holly's car, I change the brakes completely every 2 years regardless of the condition. So that's that. So I'm just putting the very last dregs. Luckily this takes exactly 5 litres. I don't do the sump plug thing anymore. I use my vacuum jobby. And bearing in mind I change oil every 5,000 miles or 6 months, depending which comes first on all my vehicles. That's good enough. So yeah, so that's that. Yeah, that one's done. Christine, happy, doesn't need anything. I'll just change the oil and oil filter in the spring. It did 92 miles last year, so that one gets lots of oil changes, but not down to mileage, just down to how the time it's sat. It costs pennies to do, so I do it anyway. Probably don't need it. Triumph, I bought the correct bolts, etc., fitting this bobbin, so we now have equally spaced. I've measured it obviously to the 1/10 of a millimetre, so they're both the same, and used stainless steel washers to anyway, so that's sorted. And I just topped up the coolant on this one. Again, it was between the min and the max. It's now at the top of the max, so that one's all hunky-dory. Nothing to do on this one at the moment. Yep, I just bought some bolts online, and I got the correct yellow high tensile BZP and the correct size and everything. These are designed to bend if you crash, not snap or not break out the... Anyway, these are designed to bend. I was looking at the spec on R&G's stuff, so this is the exact bolt that should be on there. I bought 2 of them off of eBay, a couple of quid, and while I was at it, I got I just needed some stainless 10s washers, but I just bought a kit of loads of different sizes, because on the headless short scale bass guitar build, the dots, the inlays on the fretboard are going to be washers, various sized stainless steel washers, and I'm thinking that, oh dear, the 12th fret markers are going to be something like that, some flat nuts. So yeah, we're going mechanical nuts and bolts type theme for the inlays. I'll find out which, they'll have to be stainless steel, but I'll find out what stainless steel nuts I want to cut down to about 40 thousandths, which is what, 1 millimeter, about a millimeter. So I should be cutting these down somehow, and they'll be like these at the 12th fret and washers, and maybe, I don't know, we're going to go funky with it. Meter's fine, all good, no issues there. Did a bit of modified me drain pipe as well, because for some reason I'd cut it a bit short. Obviously when that water's got 90 litres, the barrel's got 90 litres in it, it's sort of compressed down, so I've replaced the little bit of downpipe with the spare I had. Anyway, that's everything. I took my hat off so I know to put this in before one of the other bits when I edit, because I'm rubbish at editing. I forgot to mention, if anyone gives a shit, I'm now at 11 pounds I have lost since I started losing weight. So I've gone from 16 stone 4 to 15 stone 7. So only another stone and a half or whatever to go till I'm at the magical 14 stone. And yeah, what a difference it makes. So that's I think 5 kilos gone, which is a lot of weight for, just think, I don't have to take anything off the bike to gain 5 kilos. So anyway, on with the stone, on with the stone, on with the stuff. Right, get a bit closer. That's it. That's what's going on. the short scale headless bass. Sam is doing some bits on that as we speak. He's getting the neck into shape, same sort of shape as my Jaguar bass, because that's the shape I like. He's put the truss rods in, fretboard is on, he's going to be radiusing the fretboard, etc. I need to get him take him the bits that are going in it, the pickup, the single humbucker pickup. The bridge is coming off of the tuner tailpiece bridge thing is coming off of my headless, fretless cricket bat one that I altered. So I'm going to use the bridge from that one on the new fretted short scale headless. The string captive thing nut, what replaces the nut, not the nut, the thing that captures the ends of the strings. I got one of those. I could only get a cheapo one of those to use with non-double ball end strings because it's short scale and you can't get double ball end strings in short scale. I wish you could, but you can't. He's going to make a nut for it. We decided to go with a nut as opposed to a 0 fret because a nut is a lot easier to work with in the future. You can alter it, you can change it, you can put a new one on, you can take the height up and down. Yeah, I've been to and fro so many times with this bridge thing. I was going to get a cheap Chinese copy bridge and try it and this and that, and you know what, I'm never going to be happy unless it's a proper Steinberger licensed bridge. So bridge is coming off the fretless headless full scale to use on the fretted short scale headless. This is so confusing. And then because I don't use the fretless at all, as I said when I'd finished the project after about 2 months of making it, I said I won't use this is just doing it for the sake of doing it. I'm going to use the bridge off of that on the one that I will use, which will be replacing my Jaguar as the main #1 guitar. And then at some point I will order a new Mark IV Steinberger bass bridge from America. The pound against the dollar is getting better in our favour at the moment, so you know I might pull the trigger shortly. It's already gone down about £20 from what it would have been 6 months ago, the overall price of having it shipped here and buying it. So there you go, that's the bass is coming. There is some footage from Sam. He's very busy doing stuff at the moment. He's got a lot of jobs on, so he's going to send that over to me and I'm going to put that into a video so you can see where we are on it. That is it. Holly's Corsa is due for its service as well, so I'll be doing that. I won't video any of this. It's just mundane, normal vehicle servicing. So that needs a service. We don't need it, but it's getting one. And that's it. Oh, on Wednesday coming, I think it's the 18th of December, Sam and I and James are doing a gig again, and I'm going to attempt to maybe film maybe 1 or 2 songs. Main reason is to show off my new Cambridge pinstriping t-shirt as a thank you to Mackie from Cambridge Pinstriping, and I also want to thank Del Boy and Penny from Moonfleet 41 because just lately, well, they've always promoted our music, our Springy and the Blokes music. Just lately he's been going mad playing loads of my older stuff. He's been digging them out, which is great, and putting the links on the screen. And our Reverb Nation Reverb Nation website, I suppose, page, has gone berserk, and we went up last week to number 2 in sort of Yorkshire and Lincolnshire, and I can't remember what place we got to, but we jumped about 20 places up the charts nationally. And Sam was saying, oh, it's gone mad on Reverb Nation, it's suddenly we're jumping up in the listings. And I said, yeah, that's because the last 3 videos, 4 as of last night, Dell's been putting our music on the front and back and putting a link, so obviously people are having a look. So yeah, the Reverb Nation thing, all of our stuff is on there. Still got the guitared version of 10 songs to put on there that haven't got guitar on. They're done, just need to upload them. So thank you Del and Penny from Moonfleet 41, Del Boys Garage, for promoting us. And yeah, I'll try and get somebody to film 1 or 2 songs. I'm not singing anymore. This is the ultimate plan for Springy and the Blokes, is that we found James, the guitarist, which is absolutely fantastic, so we've now got that side of it covered. The singing thing is not possible for me to do anymore. I can sing, I can still sing like I used to. Probably, I'm not saying I was any good or ever have been, but I can physically sing and do all the stuff I used to do. But as the doctors and surgeons said way back last February, you will do more damage. And to be honest, every time I've gone out and sung and done a gig or even a practice will take me about 3 days to recover my voice from, and a gig will take me a week to recover my voice from. So it's a hard thing to do, because I've always been the singer in every band I've been in, pretty much, or backing vocals. If I'm drumming, a couple of times I've been the drummer and the main vocalist, but normally if I was drumming I'd probably do backing vocals. But in all the bands I've stood at the front, I've always been the singer. So it's very, very hard for me to let go of. It was very, very hard for me to even get a guitar player in the band, but I am so glad I did, because James is fantastic. James is actually doing the singing bit for me at the moment, whilst playing amazing guitar and lead guitar, and he's doing a great job. But we want to find a singer, a proper, no disrespect to any of us in the band, but we want to find a really good singer who's just the singer, and James can concentrate on his guitar and his lead play, which is awesome. I can concentrate on bass. Me and James can both do backing vocals, because James is a good singer, Sam's a good singer, I'm a good singer. That sounds terrible. None of us are really amazing, brilliant frontmen singers, so that's what we want. We're going to find... God, this is going on. So yeah, it's me trying to be politically correct, not upset anyone. We're looking for a singer. I've stopped singing, just doing backing vocals. So there you go. I'll hopefully bring you some footage of that after, probably next weekend. Peace and love. I'm Springy. This has gone on too long. Particularly seeing as there was absolutely nothing specific in the video. Just yet another update from Springy and the Blokes. Cheers, peace and love to everyone.